So you left Shaktoolik with the rest, and everyone has told us that it was really gnarly trail out there. It's soft. Just I've heard like sand, like stepping in pellets. It was the same for you, it sounds like.
Yeah, it was
slow going.
I'm so glad I rested because I saw their footprints and their paddle marks. And for most of the way, I'm pretty sure I must have been going faster because there were way more. Somebody was stopping when I wasn't needing to. And that makes me think that the last part probably did slow me down a little bit because of this blowing snow and then the rabid seal incident. I had my tinted goggles on because it was snowing. And you're out there and you just have no bearings. And you just, I'm looking hard for markers. And also anything besides just white, because everything's white. Up, down, around is white. And anything that's not white, I want to know what it is and maybe kind of hope to find the first bush as I get close to land again or something. Most of when I saw something that wasn't white, I could convince myself, wow, that's a familiar shape. That's a square. That can't be. That's something man made. And I inevitably, time after time, turned out to be pressure ice. And it wasn't square at all, but from my distance and my adjusted brain wanting to see something, maybe it's what it was. Somewhere along in there I saw a dark something in the white. So I'm just trying to see, I assumed it was pressure ice, thought it could be a snow machine. But then it just was confusing because it seemed to be moving, but it was blowing. I'm thinking something may look like flapping fabric in the. I did a couple double takes, and it was just sealed this long, 5 foot, if not more, this big around, with big flippers. I swear to God. And he could swim on top of the snow and move out. He's coming right at us. Hey, wait. No, he's got his eyes locked on us. He stopped just for a second. Come at us more. Whoa. He stopped a second. Whoa, come at us more. And I'm moving him, and now it's about to intersect. And the dog's fine. Bottom started barking. And I'm yelling at the dogs, just pick it up or he's going to catch us. So I give him a command, and I watched this thing. And it made me nervous even once I got in front of him because it looked like I wasn't 100% positive he couldn't catch us in a tired state on top of snow. And he looked way too big to find out what I was going to do if he did. Did he want a tickle, or did he curious? He didn't have a mean look on his face. He looked like a stuffed animal I bought my daughter 30 years ago. Got as close as that window at 20 feet away. Was the closest. And then he continued as I turned around and sped the dogs up. He make little sprints at us and then stop as I'm going away, and that sprint at us. Holy crap. He was spotted. White. He looked like the mittens I see on many of the people up here. I could recognize them easily, but I don't know the names, if it's a spotted seal or whatever. I have since heard that there were some having pups along the trail. All of a sudden, you go, all kinds of weird things happen with maternal instinct. But I didn't see any pups, and she went a hell of a long way from when I first spotted her. It felt more like a hunt. I'm telling you, for how far she came, if she's trying to trace us away from her pup, she went a long way. So,
How far did she go? Like from when when she first started coming at you?
I think it was 100 yards. Because she was far enough away. What the hell is that? Well, I don't know, but it's moving. It's moving right towards us. And it gets close enough I can identify it. Shit, it's a seal, for Christ's sake. This is really wild.
Never seen anything like that in all your years of
Never heard of
racing
it.
out here?
I mean, can't imagine there, but I remember reading Shackleton's book on the South Pole, and there's sea leopards that killed several of the merchant marines, and they would spot things above the ice and come shooting up and grab it. I don't imply to say this is a man-eating seal or anything, but it definitely felt aggressive and intense. I mean, it was really putting on the sprint. It's pretty cute. And it reminded me of a big lizard.
A lizard? In the way
it moved. I recently saw a PBS thing on the reptiles in the kimono dragon in Japan or someplace. It looked kind of like that. End of story. You believe me or not.
Are you at all worried this was a hallucination?
Not even remote. I laughed and I thought about it. That's what people are going to say. But no. It lasted a long time. My dog barked ferociously at it, and I had plenty of time to watch it.
Do you ever hallucinate out here? Have you in
I
the
don't.
past?
I don't get anything like that. I fall asleep, have little dreams, but I don't see things that aren't there.
I heard you say you wish you had your GoPro with you.
Yeah, I do. And that I was together enough to turn it on and blah, 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 blah. But to tell you the truth, I believe in all my heart, the way I read this animal coming, I don't think it had stopped. It would have got right up to me and then stopped. And I think I could have killed it with my axe. And you'd have had to believe me. But it's a poor reason to kill a seal.
I just want to make sure I understand where exactly. Do you remember where you were, on the trail, 10 miles out, or?
About 15, and there's there's a couple of places where there's big ice pressure ridges. I assume that's how they get up and out of the pressure ridge. Might make an opening that they can get in and out. I don't know, but there's only 3 places that had significant pressure ridges near the trail, and this was one of them in that area. And I would have guessed about 15 miles out.
What would you have done if it had actually gotten to you? I mean,
I would have fought it. Pulled out my knife, jumped on its back. No, I'd have gone out with my axe.
But it never got that close. It never got close enough to make you. You didn't pull out your axe, obviously.
No. It all happened very quickly, and it was at first the dogs were excited by it, and then they felt like, shit, it's chasing us, and some of them went, whoa, sped up. I'm guessing you can find somebody who can vouch that it's happened. I asked one native lady here who overheard it, and she goes, I said, have you ever heard of this before? And she goes, no, they always dive in the hole when we try to catch them. Oh yeah, well, I understand, but this one didn't. It came a long way.
You got some impressive stories. Just adding to it, right?
I should have stayed there and wrestled.